The family are devastated, understandably. I think the whole country is devastated at what happened to Henry, and they want answers. They want to look into the sentencing of the murderer. They want to look at religious practices that allow people to carry these sorts of knives, and they want to look at transparency and accountability with the police. We all saw that body cam footage, and Henry's last moments should not have gone the way that they did. I think there are a lot of questions about the police, and they want an investigation. I think that is the right thing, and I will support them to do that, because one of the things that they said is that they would like to see the whole country coming together, cross-party support, across religions as well, everyone collaborating to make our streets and our country safer for our young people.
The family have previously said they didn't want the case politicised, so why did you feel it was right to make the meeting public?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Why did I feel it was right to...
The family have previously said they didn't want the case politicised. Why did you feel it was right to make the meeting public?
So I had a private meeting with the family. They're having a meeting with the Prime Minister as well, because they want people to work cross-party. Politicising these issues is when one party tries to get political gain out of it. The only people who should gain now are young people across our country whose safety we're all concerned about, trust in the police being improved, and the family getting closure and a meaningful outcome after the loss of Henry's life. It is very important to depoliticize situations, and the way we do that is by having politicians working together to get the right results, to get a solution, not just complaining about everything. We need to start talking about solutions. That's why I met with the family. That's why the Prime Minister is meeting with the family, and I believe many other groups as well.
Now on policing, you've called for an end to diversity training. How do you avoid taking a step backwards in community trust?
So a lot of the training that the police are getting, these race action plans, are not about diversity training. They are about treating different groups differently. That is not what the law says. The Equality Act does not recognize groups. It recognizes characteristics which everyone has. We all have a race, we all have a sex, we all have a religion or none, and nobody should be discriminated, whether you're white, black, rich, poor, Muslim, Christian. And what is happening is that people are ignoring the law and putting out training and guidance that is leading to terrible outcomes like we saw with Henry Nowak. I spoke about this as a minister. I put out guidance for how to follow the law, not creating hierarchies of groups. Many public institutions have ignored that, and now they are reaping the repercussions. I want us to get to a good place where we have equality under the law, not identity politics.
Many of these initiatives were introduced by Conservative governments. Are you in danger of throwing the baby out with the bathwater?
Many of these initiatives were not introduced by Conservative governments. They were introduced by the bodies themselves. There was a huge outcry in 2020 around the Black Lives Matter movement, and a lot of businesses, public institutions started taking it upon themselves to create training and guidance that was actually at odds with the law. As a minister, I was able to stop some of those activities. Bodies like the police were operationally independent, were outside my control as Equalities Minister. I'm now going to start again, even though I'm not in government, as the leader of the opposition, the leader of the Conservative Party. I think I have a lot that I can do to explain to these people how to go about carrying out genuine equality for everybody. And it means looking at the facts, looking at the evidence, treating everyone the same, and not trying to pick out different groups to decide how to go about fulfilling your public duty. It should not be about the colour of your skin. It should be about the situation and the facts at hand.
Was Nigel Farage right to double down in Parliament and say that we have two-tier policing in this country?
So I think that we do have policing that treats people differently. You can call it two-tier or whatever. I've talked about this with the pro-Palestinian protests versus when Jewish people were protesting. I've talked about it when we had trans activists and gender-critical women who were attacked, signs saying "Kill J.K. Rowling." I've even talked about it with Gypsy Romani travelers, how they managed to get away with things that nobody else gets. I do think that police treat groups rather than have equality equality under the law because they think that is what they are supposed to do. What I'm saying is that we need to start showing the solution. I've got some solutions. I've got some answers. Nigel Farage doesn't have any answers. He's just whipping people up. And it is politicians' jobs to fix things, not to whip people up. People are already angry. We don't need politicians to make them more angry. We need them to solve the problem.
Is that what Elon Musk's doing as well?
I don't know what Elon Musk is doing, but Elon Musk does not live in this country. I'm the leader of the opposition for the UK, not America.
On local elections, around local elections, you've said that trusted local Conservative leaders would be able to decide on coalition deals. So why have you blocked agreements in places like Birmingham and Worcestershire? Have you gone back on your word?
So what I have been very clear about is that we will only work with parties that are going to help deliver Conservative outcomes. Where we can see that in place, then we will have those agreements. If people will not help us do things that Conservatives voted for, we won't help them. And what we saw in Worcestershire was a group leader who lied to party headquarters about what he was doing and also told his colleagues something very different about what had been agreed. It is very important that the Conservative Party is recognised as one with high standards. We are not dishonest with the public or with each other, and that is why that leader was suspended.
And on the missing text messages, the omission of text messages between Keir Starmer and Peter Mandelson from Monday's release is already prompting accusations of recovery. Do you share those concerns and what should happen?
I do have concerns that there has been a cover-up. It is very interesting that the Prime Minister's right-hand man, Darren Jones's text messages, were not released. They have now been leaked to a paper where we find out that he doesn't have confidence in the Chancellor. We found out that the Business Secretary had been taking instructions from the unions rather than doing what was right for business and what was right for workers. And this is why we have an economy that is not growing. This is why unemployment has risen every single month since Labour came into office, because they don't understand business. They're taxing them out of existence, and that's why I'm here at a business today trying to find out how we solve the problems that Labour is creating.
Inflation, offshoring emissions, what would you do to stop that?
So yes, today I am at Cemex. It is a plant that has been here since 1865, and I'm hearing about how much harder it is for them to do business. They are an international company, they have to compete internationally, and it is no longer a level playing field because we have put onerous regulations on our industry which other countries are not doing. That means that we are losing industry, we are deindustrializing. Our energy costs are some of the highest in the world. People are not investing in the UK. We are losing jobs. It's having the biggest impact on young people. Youth unemployment is skyrocketing. I don't want our country to deindustrialize. Staffordshire used to be a place where we had lots of great industry. We're losing ceramics, we're losing aluminium. I don't want us to lose oil and gas. We need a solution. We need to drill our own oil and gas in the North Sea. We need to bring down our energy costs. We need to scrap the carbon tax. We are just pushing carbon elsewhere while destroying jobs in the UK. And the Conservative Party stands against that completely.